All right, so we're now on to part number 2 of the things that most threaten babies, the 4 things that kill babies the most. I threw in a little caveat on the first one on another thing that you need to be concerned about. But number 2, and this isn't in the order of most critical, but is goat polio. So goat polio is a really interesting one, and I usually see it if I raise, 100 babies, I'll see it in 1 or 2. And it usually happens after transport, either coming in or going home. We usually find that goats will deal with a little bit of the stress of transport, and it'll click in that goat polio. Now, goat polio shows up as a neurologic disorder. In fact, I filmed a baby in the far side of the pen right now where we are having issues with that right now. And he's like slowly craning his neck to the left. He stands kind of rigid. He just looks different. If I go over to the pen, all the babies will run over and he'll be standing in the corner looking at me kind of like a blank stare. It's almost like the lights are on and not anybody's home. That's usually like day 1 or early symptoms. Just not themselves. Doesn't run over the thing, stargazing, doing that weird neurologic thing where their head turns to the left or up over their back. Those are classic signs of goat polio. Day 2 can develop into stumbliness, drunkenness, falling down, can't get up. And then day 3 will generally advance into things like seizures, blindness, day 4, and it'll just keep getting worse and worse till they get permanent brain damage and eventually die by usually day 5 to 7. So they get tipped over of it pretty quick, and the answer for it is vitamin B. So you give them a little vitamin B paste or you give them a vitamin B injection. If their goat polio is really bad, you want to give injections. It's a much more usable form of thiamine, which you're replacing in their brain, which is contained in vitamin B. And it displays itself again as a neurologic. So they look drunk, or they just don't look right in their head, quote unquote, or their thinking or their awareness or their physical ability. It shows up in weird ways. So you want to give vitamin B. Now the key with goat polio is you want to treat in the occurrence until they're back to normal, and you'll see all of a sudden they'll just snap back to normal and hey, I'm home, I'm good. This guy is still feeding, he's fairly normal, but you can tell he's off. I will treat him till he gets normal, and then I'll treat him for a period of time after. Now, he's responded poorly enough to treatment right now with the vitamin B paste. I switched him on the second day to injections. And I'm giving him, remember, vitamin B, you can give it in high amounts. It's very difficult to overdose it. So I'm giving him decent amounts, like 5 milliliters, injecting subcutaneous, and I do it like twice a day. So, and you can get away with doing it 3 times a day. Sometimes it takes a lot to bring them back. So just remember, you need to treat up until they get better, and then you need to post-treat by 3 to 5 days afterwards as well. So that's goat polio. So that's number 2. Please remember that you can get all this information on the courses and the Goat Club membership, and that's what I do is I help people to raise goats. So if you're here scratching your head saying, man, this little baby goat is testing me and I think we're gonna have some high vet bills, spend a little money on your education, take the course, how to raise a baby goat, become a Goat Club membership, that sort of thing, and it'll help you out tremendously. So I hope you find that helpful. Marc Warnke, the Goat Guy, signing out.
We're